My family moved me into this place after rehab. I was recovering from a bad fall and needed some special care. I remember it was a fall day with just a nip of cool in the air. The last of the fall leaves were fluttering to the ground with their beautiful colors still strong in my mind. Red maple, yellow oak. I could smell autumn. Ever had a memory so real that you could smell it? My son told me very sweetly that I was going to stay here. Who's parenting who? I mean, I still remember that I was provoked with him. He said that I was out of it and I was loopy the first few days after the fall. I remember the resentment that I felt for being put with a group of people who didn't know what day it was. I fussed at him and I said, "I'll show you. I'll be out of here before you know it." Lately, I've begun to face the fact. I've been put somewhere. Now, the days are out of my control. I wonder if I'm letting my life ooze away because I can't remember to hang on to it. The other day, I was headed down the hall, and one of the residents stopped me at the door and asked, "What are we doing today?" And I said, "Same damn thing as yesterday." The real name of this place is Morningside, but I prefer to call it Moonglow. Part of the night, part of the day, and just a hint of glow. The moon appears at the end of the day, and the glow is the twilight. You can almost see, but not quite. You can almost understand, but not quite. You can almost take care of yourself, but not quite. It's dinner time at Moonglow. Again.
Do you know where the dining room is? Do you know when they serve dinner?
I know where the dining room is, Mary. It's right over there.
Let me see what's on the menu today. Fried catfish. Or we could have roast chicken.
I'm tired of roast chicken. Maybe I'll have the catfish.
Oh, God in heaven, what are the vegetables? Oh, better yet, let's see what's for dessert. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh, I can't decide.
Dilly-dally, dilly-dally. You never can make up your mind.
Don't be so impatient, Barbara. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking.
Oh, get on with it.
Mandarin oranges. As a dessert? That's not dessert.
Okay, I'll have the roast chicken. Is that good with you?
I used to make these lemon bars that everyone just adored. The trick is to use fresh lemons and not that reconstituted juice in the bottle.
Here she comes, old Mumblepuss.
Don't call her that. Her name is Minerva.
Did you hear what she did?
What?
The girls at the country club all wanted my recipe.
She rammed her rollator into mine. I thought it was funny. You know how she is. I think she wanted to start a fight, but I just laughed.
I think you're a jerk.
What did you say?
think you're jerk.
You think I'm a jerk? A jerk who sits next to a jerk?
One time they named a cocktail after me at the club. A little club soda, some lemon juice, real lemon, and a little gin. They sugared the rim of the glass, and they perched the thinnest little slice of fresh lemon on there, and a sprig of mint, just perfect for a hot afternoon.
Sounds exactly like a Tom Collins to me. Well, they could call your cocktail the Joan Collins. But not named after the famous Joan Collins. It was named after you. Maybe I should have that fried catfish.
Mary, what do you want to eat?
I just want to get out of here. I'm not sure this is the right place.
Maybe we should all get out of here. Hey, wouldn't that be a good idea? Just think of the faces. They come to wake us up in the morning, and we'd all be gone.
I know a woman who tried to escape. She pedaled her wheelchair out that front door and through the parking lot and up the hill. And she got all the way to the top of the hill when somebody saw her. She almost got away.
These people I'm witnessing here, it's rank insanity. There's Joan, there's Gail, and then there's poor Mary. She's not with us. She says, "Where do we eat breakfast?" And I tell her, "We eat breakfast right here. Here's your seat." And then, "What time do we eat breakfast?" And then she asks again, "Where do we eat breakfast?" And the light finally dawns on me, dementia. Mary's gone away with a clouded mind and is meeting new scenes, new people, and it frightens her. Dementia's taken hold of her and has led her out the door of reality, and it frightens her. And onto the street. Some doors are closed for Mary, but dementia opens more. Doors that we can't enter. It's almost like Mary's moved into a new house with new rooms and different family members. It must be very scary for her. And I know her family must be frightened. If a dementia patient goes out the door and onto the street, they've left safety. They've escaped. And the family's wild. I remember hearing poor Mary's family talking in the hall.
It would be nicer if we just said she's ill.
Poor Aunt Mary. She's part of our family. We love her. The children love her.
It's a disgrace to put her in a home.
Mary's not the only crazy person in the family. I remember my great Uncle Harry fought in the war. He was crazy. We have a nut gene running through the family, you know.
I just feel so guilty.
Now let's stop and think. She's tearing us apart. Placing her at Morningside is the best alternative.
But she tried to run away.
I hope I can eat.
The food here is so good. You know, I used to be a very good cook. Oh, here you are, my old friend, my joy of cooking. Such a worn-out old cookbook. I'm going to have to find some tape to fix that broken cover. Let me see now. Do I have everything? Eggs, butter, flour, vanilla, salt. Where did my eggs go? I swear I just got them out of the icebox. Oh, that's funny. Where are they? Oh, there you are, my joy of cooking. Oh, you're looking worn out. I'm going to have to repair that cover. Oh, yeah. Now, what was I doing? Oh, yes, butter, flour, salt, eggs. Where are the eggs?
Come closer. I can't hear you well enough.
What? Who said that?
Get closer. I want to tell you something.
Who are you? Where are you?
They want to do something with you.
What?
They want to do something with you or to you.
Oh, the food here is so good.
No, it's not.
I'd like a big steak.
Mary, you know, you couldn't chew it if they gave it to you.
The food will be here soon.
I wonder what I'll have.
Well, are you new here? I don't remember seeing you in the dining room before.
You can't remember anything.
Poor Mary. Bless her heart.
Mary, he's been at Moonglow for years. You just don't remember.
We've all been here before. Oh, finally, the rolls are here. Pass the butter, please.
Oh, it's Bertha again. Can't someone go and tell her to be quiet?
It's disgusting and frightening. She sounds like a wailing banshee. Someone needs to take her dinner so she'll shut up. I'm sorry to be so rude. I don't do this kind of thing. I just didn't sleep well last night. I didn't sleep well because I kept dreaming about the people I used to know. I never leave a dream about people who have passed.
What do you mean, leave a dream? Do you mean wake up? I mean, that's what I think. Wake up from a dream.
Never mind.
Well, that's an interesting phrase, leave a dream.
I never heard of that.
I used to think a great deal about dreams. I would read about how to interpret them. I like to study about Jung's version of dream interpretation. A lot of people laughed at me back then, but I don't care. I never thought of leaving a dream, like going to a different place. After all, that's what a dream is, isn't it?
She always talks about this stuff.
What was your dream about?
Well, think about it. How did you feel when you were dreaming? Well, that's very important. This is what I learned. The emotional mood you're in when you dream has a great deal to do with what your dream is telling you.
I don't think I want to talk anymore about my dream. None of you knew these people. They were my friends. It's private.
She can't breathe.
Want me to slap you on your back, Mary?
Mary, what's wrong?
Hold her arms up.
Take my hand. You're safe.
Hello? Have you seen Rusty? He's my little pug. Here he must be hiding under the table. Rusty! Where are you, sweetie? Here, boy.
Take my
Here,
hand.
boy. Oh, he's such a good boy. He always comes when I call him. Rusty! Rusty!
Just reach out.
Who
Reach out and
are
I can help
you?
you.
Oh, your hand feels soft and nice.
Mary, is this strange to you?
Yes, a little. Where are you taking me?
Oh, it's another world, Mary. And wait till you see it.
Yeah, but what about Rusty?
Here
my
you'll
sweet
see
boy.
Rusty again. He's waiting for you there.
Poor Mary. We'll miss her. Looking around for her little dog who's been gone for years. She was sweet and she was kind, even if she was a little nutty. From where I sit, can I even evaluate myself? I think I'm more sane than anybody here, and I say so whenever someone will listen to me. Do you think there's any benefit in talking about the mysteries of life? I like to. I can't help but wonder, what is beyond this life? Sometimes I try to talk to people about what's next, and they don't like it. Ooh, they don't like it. They don't want to talk about it. Some people say there's nothing. That's hard for me to swallow. After all, this life experience of learning, that just can't be. I just won't accept that. So, Moonglow is where I am right now. It doesn't say Happy Pines now, does it? It's Moonglow. The moon appears at the end of the day, the last phase, the end of our lives. It's not bad. Let's think about it a minute. Remember the last part. Glow. Glow is like a shining thing. It glows. Moon, glow. Glow. The end glows. Glow goes with sparkle. Maybe I'm finding an answer.
What's on the menu today? There's fried catfish, or we could have roast chicken.
I'm tired of roast chicken.
Oh, God in heaven. What are the vegetables?
Maybe I'll have the catfish.
Oh, let's see what's for dessert. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh, I can't decide.
Dilly-dally. You never can make up your mind.
Patience is a virtue, Barbara. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking.
Oh, get on with it.
Mandarin oranges. That is not dessert.
Okay, I'll have the roast chicken if that's all right with you.
Lemon bars. That's a dessert. I used to make these lemon bars that everyone just adored. The trick is to use fresh lemons and not that reconstituted stuff from the bottle.
Ah, here she comes, old Mumblepuss.
Don't call her that. Her name is Minerva.
Jerk.
What did you say?
Jerk.
Takes one to know one.
The girls at the country club all wanted my recipe.
I just cannot put up with the laughing lady anymore. She's always smirking. She laughs out loud for no reason. The things she does I cannot abide. When she thinks I'm not looking, she pulls the leaves off my plant. She pulls them off and puts them in the trash. It upsets me so I can hardly speak.
Hardly speak. She speaks all right. Or I should say, she mumbles all right. Mumblepuss, Mumblepuss. She believes that plants talk to each other. She doesn't know what she's saying.
She told me she was a clown. Can you believe it? She's probably lying. She made it up. She claimed she was good at it because it made the children laugh. It was a good thing she could make somebody laugh. I want to cry. I want to scream. It's just awful what she does to my plants. Plants die. The blooms die. She laughed at the fact that the plants were dying. Anything dying is not funny.
Really, not funny.
Poor Mary. I miss her. I wish there had been more things for her to participate in.
Do you remember when she'd get that blank look on her face and ask, what time do we eat breakfast? And then she'd say, and then immediately she'd say, do you know what time we eat breakfast? That's just not normal.
And then at dinner, she'd ask, where is dinner?
Oh, and did you hear? She tried to run away. She just walked right out of the building one day, and she walked down the street, and she crossed to the other side. She almost got to the highway. Thank goodness the attendants found her.
That reminds me of something that happened to me a long time ago, or a lifetime ago. I was a junior in high school. My girlfriend, Annie, and I decided we didn't want to stay in school that day. We decided we would just walk out of school, just walk down the hall and out the front door. For the first time in our very young lives, we had control of what we were doing. It was exciting. It was invigorating. It was like champagne. Well, so you want to know where we went?
Would love to.
Well, we didn't really know where to go, so we walked from our school to another school. We didn't really know anything else to do. We just wanted to do something, anything, without permission. We walked into the school and meandered about, looking in at the kids and the teachers in the classroom. The principal came over to us and looked at us, found out who we were, led us into his office. We thought we were in big trouble. He sat us down, and then he just chuckled. Well, girls, I'm glad you picked me to be your principal for the day. While you're sitting here, I think I'll call Mr. Holbach back at your school and let him know that you're safe. I remember that day so vividly. My dream, it was so real. Oh, Annie, do you remember the times we had? Why am I talking to her? She's not here. For just a moment, I thought Annie was here.
Maybe Annie was here for a moment.
That happened a long time ago. Sometimes, Barbara, you spend too much time in the past.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Let's go back to poor Mary. She was a very sweet woman. Poor Mary, I mean. She wore nice clothes.
Are you kidding? Always wore those ugly pants and a matching plaid shirt of a mannish nature. Nothing feminine about Mary at all. Except for the hair. The beauty parlor took care of that.
We all say nice things about the dead. We make them sacred. We say, she wore lovely clothes.
Her pants were ugly, bagged in the rear.
She was a very sweet woman, and she loved the Lord.
She thought her dog was still alive.
What?
Kept looking around the halls for that damn dog.
Her hair always did look nice.
Why do we change opinions when a person dies?
You seem like a very interesting person. At least you're different.
Well, thank you. Let's just say that I've experienced much. Amazing things, amazing people, amazing worlds. Lots of folks don't have jobs they love doing, do they? I've been very lucky.
Exactly is it that you do?
It's a simple job, really. I'm in the gift business.
Oh, how intriguing. Do you work for Hallmark?
People may not be ready for my gift, but they get it eventually.
Have we met? Are you new here?
No, I'm not new here.
How do you do? My name is Minerva. You might have heard of our family business. It's a nursery, not filled with babies, but with plants. In the village shopping center, it was called Minnie and Joe's, named for me and my husband. We ran that nursery for many years, until Joe's Parkinson's got worse. I remember how he would pick up a clay pot so carefully so it wouldn't break and travel slowly across the greenhouse floor with it, trying to keep his balance. He didn't want me to notice, but I did. He got so frustrated sometimes, struggling as he'd grab a spade with both hands, using his left hand to steady the tremor in his right hand, potting soil flying everywhere. We'd just laugh about it. He began to struggle with talking, and I blamed it on my hearing. "Speak louder, Joe. You know I can't understand you when you mumble." We never talked about depressing things like dying. What's the point of saying we're going to go? It's much more pleasant to focus on what gives us joy. Plants are the opposite of depressing. They're green, they smell good, and they're pretty. I think that's why I've always loved them so. But that was long ago. And now is now.
So why does dying have to be so depressing? You think you can only be happy here?
You're not like other people, are you?
I guess I'm not. Are you sure you don't know who I am?
I know who you are.
Yes, I believe you do know. It's time.
I look so old, so empty. Am I dead? Now what?
Now's when you find out, Minerva.
There's so much unknown on this plane. And that's why I think about these things. For example, did you know that thought travels from one person to another? People may think I'm crazy thinking things like that. Thoughts have a reality of their own. It's almost palpable. Now, don't shake your heads at me. There's a world we're affected by, but don't realize it's there. For example, this week, I went downstairs to the memory unit where one of my PTs has an office. I've always been an impatient person, and I just hate waiting in waiting rooms. I mean, you make an appointment, you show up on time, and then you have to wait and sit there and read an old magazine from 2 years ago. Right across the hall, out of the corner of my eye, was the activity room, and I thought I saw Mary. And I thought, oh, Mary's down here. There she is. She's so much happier. She has the freedom to go all over the building, wherever she wants. I ask you, was Mary really there? Or was it my memory of Mary? Or an echo of Mary? A young friend of mine, who's only 70, says, how does he put it? Oh, yes. Reality is agreed upon. I'm not quite sure that's true. I was passing by the front desk here at Moonglow the other day, and out of curiosity, I stopped and asked the attendant, "Do you think memory is reality?" And she said, "Of course."
All right, what's on the menu today? There's fried catfish and roast chicken. Or better yet, let's see what's for dessert. Yum, yum, yum.
I always get the roast chicken.
So try the catfish.
Don't push me, Barbara. What if I choke on a catfish bone? Sir, I'll have the roast chicken, sir.
Where are the rolls? There's butter, but no rolls?
Patience, Barbara. They'll bring the rolls.
Poor Minerva. I actually miss her, and even her plants.
You called her Minerva instead of Mumblepuss.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Mandarin oranges as dessert? That is not dessert. Chocolate pie is dessert. One time, they named a cocktail for me at the club. A little club soda, some lemon juice, real lemon, and a little gin. They sugared
The rim of the glass and perched the thinnest little fresh lemon slice on there.
And a sprig of mint.
What is she wailing about? Nobody knows. I heard that she used to sing on the radio. She had a radio program, Listening with Bertha. It was before TV, you know. She's 105. Anybody that age is worn out like an old suit. Why do people who are worn out stick around so long?
She sounds like a hyena. I told her to shut up one time. She was wailing in the lobby while everyone was standing around, and I said, "Shut up." And the staff said, "She really thinks she's singing." Pass those pink packets, please. That's the sugar packets. Let me have those.
Why do you sugar everything on your plate?
I pretend it's salt. It's all in your mind.
Why don't you use the salt?
Haven't you figured that out yet?
No.
You know, the kitchen fills the salt shaker, and then they block it off, so we can't get it out. And we shake and shake and shake, and nothing comes out. And we taste the vegetables, and they taste like water. I really hate the vegetables here. So I just sprinkle sugar all over my vegetables, and that makes them taste so much better. Sugar is always better than salt. It's my special trick. Do you know what the most wonderful sound in the world is? It's the sound of children laughing. It makes me so happy. Did you know that I used to be a clown? I signed up for a course in clowning. My family thought it was stupid, but I did it. And after the course, I started a small business, entertaining at children's birthday parties. My clown name was Pockets. Pockets! Because I had at least a dozen pockets sewed all over my costume. You can store all kinds of things in a pocket, you know. A handkerchief, candy, some balloons for making balloon animals. The kids love balloon animals. And I always had a joy buzzer. Remember those? You put your hand out to someone like you want to shake their hand, right? And then when they grab your hand, buzz. I just love humor, and I love to laugh. And I always want to be someplace where laughter and joy reign supreme. You can store something precious in a pocket, you know? And when you need it, you just reach your hand in and retrieve it. Did you know you can take a memory right out of your pocket? I feel a little silly saying that, but memories are real to me. And I like to just tuck them in a pocket to keep them safe.
You have led a wonderful life.
Why are you talking to me? Why'd you come over here today?
I'm always here. Haven't you noticed?
No, I haven't, but I think I know who you are. Let's see. You're the one who's going to take my hand and lead me over that hump into Netherland, like you did with Minerva. Is that right?
You're a very fine person who will be a great addition to where we're going.
No, I will not go with you.
Why not?
I'm just not going. I'm not ready.
What we've all just watched is what we all wonder about. Is there something beyond this life? Will we meet those we've loved? Our husbands, our mothers, our fathers? Will it be pleasant? Will I feel rain or snow? I don't know, and you don't either. All of these wonderments are in our minds at one time or another. I wonder if our existence might be circular. Endings bump into beginnings. But where do the beginnings go? Forwards or backwards? I used to think I had to do this kind of thinking all by myself, but I realized that's not how it is. At the end, somebody will take my hand. Holding another person's hand and them holding mine means I'm not alone when I go. Am I?
So, what's on the menu today? Oh, God in heaven.
I'm tired of roast chicken.
Tell me about it.
Mandarin oranges as dessert. That is not dessert.
Tell me about it.
When I was a young married woman, every Saturday afternoon, we'd have an imitation of an English tea. It's not just tea. Oh, it was so much fun. Everybody at the tea table, we're here at this tea, and I'm pouring, and I'm passing the cucumber sandwiches. Oh, shut up, Bertha! Go back to your room. You are disturbing everybody. Oh, let's go back. I want to remember. I want to remember the rest of the tea party exactly. Every time we had tea, we would start with a favorite joke. I'll tell the joke right now, and we can pretend that we were back then. There was an actor.
Go on and tell it.
Here goes. There once was an actor who just couldn't act anymore. A director called him up and said, "Hubert, we have a role for you." "Wonderful," says Hubert. "Tell me what the role is." And the director says, It is about an old actor who just can't do anything anymore. When you hear the sound effect of thunder, you run onto the stage and say, "What was that? Thunder?" Practice it. Well, that old actor practiced and practiced, so he's off in the wings waiting for his cue. Someone backstage knocks over a bucket, and what does he do? He jumps up from his seat, runs on stage, and says, "What the hell was that?"
I don't want to hurt your feelings, dear, but that was awful. I mean, it was stinking awful.
Well, you're full of shit.
Tell me more about the English tea.
Oh, I used to make the most delicate cucumber sandwiches. I would take a loaf of the finest, freshest white bread and cut out rounds. No crust, of course, on my cucumber sandwiches. And then I would place a tiny dollop of cream cheese and then a thin slice of ice-cold cucumber, peeled, of course. And then on top of each sandwich, I would place a small sprig of fresh dill from my garden. Of course, I would also serve a batch of homemade shortbread tea cookies. I'd get out the good napkins, the ones with the lace. I like to make things nice. Oh, such a good memory.
It's wonderful to recall memories. A memory is a form of reality. Tell me another wonderful memory.
Oh, I remember this vividly. The day I ran off and married my husband, Jim. Oh, it was so exciting. We ran away together because I knew my mother and father would have a fit. You've got to finish college, pass trig if you can. Well, we just took things into our own hands. He pulled up to the house and picked me up. It was a 1949 Ford Coupe, and I thought it was the most beautiful car in the world. We drove to South Carolina, where he got the license. It was a Presbyterian church. Let's see if we can find a minister here. He knocked on the door. Oh, it's so real. It's so real. A young minister comes to the door, and my husband says, "Will you marry us?" Oh, wasn't that brash? The minister burst out laughing. "You look so happy. I think I will marry you. I'll call my wife and she'll witness." After the wedding, I remember I was so hungry. We had been driving all day and had never stopped for lunch or a snack. I looked at Jim and said, "I'm ravished." Well, he chuckled and said with mock surprise, "Oh, you should have told me." Of course, I had meant famished, not ravished. Oh, we laughed so hard. Oh, it was such a wonderful day. I will never lose it. The memory really does have a reality. As I was telling you this story, just for a minute, Jim was right in front of me, tall and blonde and healthy.
It sparkles when you get there, you know.
What sparkles?
And
What are you talking about?
And you think, why have I waited so long to come to this very sparkling place?
Well, if it's all that sparkly, then why am I waiting to go there?
Oh, how we danced on the night we were wed.
Look, I have a beautiful dress on.
We vowed our true love, though a word wasn't said.
And there are sparkles at the neckline. Where did I get it? Where did it come from? This is insane.
The world was in bloom. There were stars in the sky.
Shall we dance?
except for the few that were there in your eyes.
You want to dance with me? Well, I'm willing to try.
Don't you think it's time we all started to dance? And like their lives, learn to laugh, and we should dance.
Your boutonniere. It's a red carnation. If you like flowers, you can't be all bad.
No.
Oh, I feel young again. Let's keep doing this.
We will. We'll dance forever until you want to stop.
The night seemed to fade into blossoming dawn. The sun shone anew, but the dance lingered on. Could we but recall that sweet moment sublime, we'd find that our love is unaltered by time.
Do you believe in dreams? I do. I had a very vivid dream about 30 years ago. It was prophetic. I was visiting my daughter and her husband in their home in California, and they came into the den where I was sitting and said, "We're going out. We've been invited to this important event, and we need to attend, but we need you to stay here with the gorilla." I said, "What do you mean? I like animals, but I'm not going down the back alley with a gorilla." And my daughter said, "Oh, come on. You'll find, like we did, that he's very friendly. Take the leash." And then they disappeared. And suddenly, I was in a little back alley with the lead in my hand. Sure enough, it was pretty easy. I just walked along with that gorilla. A passerby looked at me and I said, "Oh, here's a new friend for you, passerby." And the passerby said, "I don't want that gorilla." I said, "I know just how you feel." I felt that way too, but I found it can be taken care of. I told my husband this dream 6 weeks before his plane went down. The gorilla is the tragedy and the grief. You don't get over it, you simply get used to it. A gorilla is much more symbolic than any other animal. They're frightening and rough and dangerous. Everybody's afraid of them. My fear went away when I gave it away. I handed it off to a passerby. "Hello? Are you there? I need you right now."
Hello, Barbara.
"I know who you are. I'm ready. I want to go wherever you took Joan."
Barbara, you're not needed in that special place yet. You've not gotten your ticket, but it'll be given to you.
Well, I want to go now. My husband's been gone for 30 years. Most of my friends have gone before me. I remember so many things that my friends now don't.
It's not like you to start whining. Now, I know you pretty well from watching. You enjoy living, you enjoy visiting with friends, and even with new people you've never met. You have to create the memory reality. You have to wait.
Wait. Wait. Wait. Always wait. You don't know. Eloise is gone, Mary Helen is gone, and Marge, oh, Marge, let me go with them. I think I could fit in. I'm so tired. I'm just always so tired. Please, please take my hand and pull me over. Get behind me, shove me over. I don't care, but get me where that place is with the sparkle and my friends.
I promise, with all my being. And you will see the sparkle, and you will see your friends, and you will laugh at the jokes, and you will experience the reality of memories.
I want to go now.
Patience!
Please.
Maybe that's the thing that's left for you. Come to think of it, Barbara, that is what you have left to create. You need to create a little patience.
Patience is out of my reach. I have never been patient. Can't you understand that?
Yes, I can understand that. But do you understand the need for it? Not just here, but everywhere you exist. And you will exist everywhere and always. Remember, you said endings bump into beginnings. But where do the beginnings go? Backwards or forwards? Your choice.